Hi, Cailen Ascher here from calmbiz.com, and I wanted to share some tips for new yoga teachers about how to build your confidence as a new teacher and also build your resume. It's basically a catch-22. You go out there, you need teaching experience, you want to teach, but in order to teach, they often want to know what experience you've had. So it becomes this kind of unsolvable problem, or so it seems. But I wanted to share 4 simple ways that you can begin to develop your teaching voice, build your resume, and also build your confidence as you move forward. So the first thing when you're fresh out of teacher training is to be open to teaching for free. Chances are you're not teaching yoga to make a ton of money. You're doing it because you're passionate about it. Obviously, money is a nice bonus eventually, but in the beginning, to really develop your teaching voice, to get comfortable working with students, to figure out sequencing and pacing, it's really a great idea to teach for free, whether that be for your family or your spouse, friends, or coworkers. Just offer to give them a class once in a while so that you can really get your feet wet with teaching. Another thing you can do if you're really hoping to get your foot in the door at some studios is offer to sub. Approach teachers that you currently take classes with and let them know that you're open to subbing for them if need be. And it's a great way to let them know you're out there, let them know you're open to the opportunity, and then when a teaching job does open up, they'll hopefully think of you. Another thing to keep in mind is to think outside the yoga studio. Chances are you have that studio in mind that you're really hoping to teach at. It's your dream job. But in order to get your dream job there, you might have to work at some other places to build your resume initially. So don't dismiss the idea of teaching at gyms or like-minded fitness studios. One of my first teaching jobs was at a karate studio that was interested in broadening the classes that they offered. You can also teach at community centers or places of worship. Really get creative and think about all the other places that might be interested in having yoga that may not currently have them or just have a small program that they're hoping to grow. And lastly, and I'm a big proponent of this, is just to put yourself out there. You know, that karate studio job that I mentioned did not come knocking on my door. I approached the studio owner. I knew that they also taught Zumba classes there, so I figured that she might be open to letting somebody come in and teach yoga. She was. And so I did a little bit of marketing and I started a small class there. So if you're comfortable with it, and if you're, a great way to build your confidence is just to put yourself out there. Go approach a studio and say, hey, be honest about your teaching experience. I'm new, but I'm very willing. I noticed that you don't have any early morning classes, and I think, an early bird yoga class that starts at 6 or 6:30 in the morning would really serve your clientele. And just see where it goes from there. They are going to appreciate your initiative, admire the fact that you were completely honest about your teaching experience, and also be really, really impressed that you're interested and invested in improving their yoga program. So I hope that these tips help you if you're a new teacher or a teacher in training, or even if you're teaching and just hoping to branch out a bit more. As always, you can head over to calmbiz.com for more empowering tips for yoga teachers, and I thank you for joining me here today.